Hello people, I am back. My name is Brianna, and I feel like doing my makeup, so let's do it. I wash my face, always wash my face as soon as I'm gonna do my makeup because I want a clean canvas. So I washed my face this morning with the hydrating facial cleanser from CeraVe. It's okay. It's not my favorite. It feels weird. It feels like it doesn't sink into your skin. I like things to feel like they're like, but this one it feels like it just lays on top. So I've been just using it up because I'm not gonna waste it. After that, I went in with my CosRX treatment toner. So I've been using this. I believe it's for like whiteheads and blackheads, and it helps with all that good stuff. So I've been using this for about like a week or two. So I've been using that, let that sink in, and then I go in with my daily moisturizer from CeraVe as well. I like this one on the days where I don't feel like I need too much moisture. So people always tell me, they're like, why do you use a lotion on your face? Aren't you supposed to use like a facial moisturizer? I'm like, it's the same thing to me. It does the job, and I get more product for probably the same amount of money. I'm not sure how much the moisturizer costs, but I use that one. Another thing I use is the CBD eye cream from Inner Light. Inner Light? No, I believe it's seventh sense. It's a botanical therapy cream. My friend works in the Seventh Sense, so I bought this when I went to go visit her. So it's better for nighttime, I think, just because it is like a more thick cream for under the eye, especially when you do makeup, but I just put a tiny little bit. And last but not least, gotta have your sunscreen. I use this one, Pore UV. It is Japanese, I believe. So I buy these on Amazon, work really well under makeup. I've tried a bunch from, where have I tried some from? I've tried the CeraVe one. I've tried Aveeno. I've tried like all the drugstore ones. I even tried this one that was from a dermatologist. This Elta MD. This one's good. It's tinted. I like using it when I don't use makeup though. Just because it does like peel off. But this one, I like this one a lot. Put this on, let it soak in. I like giving all my skincare time to get absorbed into the face, especially if I'm gonna be layering them. So I didn't layer too many today. I know some people, they put creams and serums and masks and all that stuff before doing their makeup. I just do this. It's what works for me. So yeah, keep your toner and your sunscreen in where the sun doesn't hit it. So I do that. Also, for that particular toner, I believe that it says that if you wear it during the day, if you put it on like in the morning to use sunscreen, I'm not going out because of the whole quarantine, but I do like having my windows open and having the sun come in my house, so I still use sunscreen. Today I will use the Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade 238 Rich Tan. I think I was supposed to get another shade. I'm not sure. I don't think I was gonna go for this shade. I think I got the wrong one, but I don't know. It's what I've been using. And I'm gonna use the W Air Fit Pore Primer. I like Korean, what is it? Korean makeup. I don't own much of it. I think this and the the toners and the, what's it called, the sunscreen, is what I have that's not like from brands from here. So Air Fit. I grab a little bit. I just focus it right here. It's not like super amazing, but I like it. I like the feel of it because it doesn't feel like, obviously I can't read the back, so I can't tell you what ingredients it has because I don't read Korean, but it has this moisturizing feel, but it doesn't feel like a moisturizer. It has this like really soft, it leaves your face like soft and velvety, but it's not, I don't think it's silicone. I don't know. It has this really weird, but nice texture to it, feeling to it. Okay, looks good. I like seeing my moles. I think they're cute. So, let's see. I'll bring some of this. I hate it when they don't have pumps because I hate that. I hate it. I feel like it's just gross. But I wanted to try out this foundation for the longest time, and I heard people say that it was really good, which is why I wanted to try it, but I never got myself to try it until maybe like 3 or 4 months ago. It's okay. I mean, I like it. So I've been in the habit of like rubbing it in, even though it is a liquid, so it doesn't need to be like warmed up or anything, but I like to concentrate it more on the inside, not bringing it too far up into the eye area, just because I'll probably do that with like another concealer. And I use the sponges, I use brushes, but I don't know, I've been like into feeling it on my skin. The other day, I think it's because I started using the MAC Face and Body, and that one, like, you have to rub it in. If you use a brush with it, I find that it's just streaky and it doesn't, like, you can't feel the tug that foundation gives when it's like ready to rub in. I don't know how to explain it. I'm bad at explaining things. And then when I see Sandra Deluxe, I think that's her name. She like rubs in all her foundations, and I like it. Okay, I'm gonna go with my brush. So this is the Sonia Kashuk brush, has no number on it, but it's this one. I like it. I just like to pat it in. Don't forget your ears, because if you're like me, from a small valley with a strong sun, you'll have tans everywhere. So I do just pick up a little bit more for my ears. Bring it down my neck a bit and stipple or try to pat it in. So I did use, I know it looked like a lot on camera. I don't know if it looks like that because it's a bit darker than what I'm used to using. Because I like using a bit lighter foundation because I like to bronze it up and put the color, and that way I don't have to use like a concealer like straight down. I just use like a lighter foundation and then just sculpt the outside. That way I won't have to use too much product. But this is looking okay. I have my tiny mirror here. It's my Mary Kay mirror. Got it forever ago. I like it. I put it in my travel bag. Okay. Looking good. I think so. Okay, grab whatever's left. My neck does tend to be lighter than my face. So I'll just bring it down to here and I'll try to like rub it in because I have this right here. This is my little fat crease. So throughout the day, if it gets like hot or something, I don't like there to be a line looking like dirt. Okay, just gonna take off the rest that was on my hand. If it was a pump, it'd be easier because I wouldn't pour out so much, but what are you gonna do? I wonder if the like MAC pumps fit this. I might buy one because I do like the foundation and it's affordable. So yeah, pat it in. Then I go in with a little, this is the Wet n Wild sponge. It's dry, but I just like to pat in the rest in case the brush left any strokes. Brush strokes. I'll pat it in. I was gonna wash it anyway. It was meant to be. There you go. Dirty pile. What else? What else do we do? I'm gonna take my Tarte concealer in medium, 35 in medium. And I will put some just right here. So this one, I got it because it is more similar to my skin tone or like the foundations I tend to use. So I'll just put like the tiniest little bits, dabs on my skin, and I will tap them in. And it's pretty much the same color as the foundations I use. So I know that this foundation does look like my skin tone. It just happens that a bunch of foundations, like if I get them and they're my skin tone, when I put them on, they look a different color later on. So that's what I mean by I think I got the wrong shade, because it does get like a little bit orange on me. There you go. Tapped it in. I like tapping it in with my fingers just because I do feel like it warms up the product and it's easier to like blend in instead of using a sponge or a brush. And then I will take the same concealer in 29N. So this is light medium concealer, neutral, I believe. I don't like using super light concealers, just my opinion. So I will start right here and a little bit out here. And this is pretty much what I use all the time. So these last me forever. They have like really good coverage. They are a bit drying, but I mean, if you use a little bit, it's not bad. So I will start patting this in. A lot of people use their ring fingers. I use the middle finger. I use the middle finger and the ring finger. It's just my preference. So I do like putting it some out here because I have on the corner of my eye, it does tend to go red for me. So, and then I bring it up to the hairline and it gives that like lifted effect. And a little bit goes a super long way. So the same on this side. Like I did say in my other video, I do have like these fat pockets on the side. So it just helps it go straight up instead of like sag down. looks like a lot. I do like bringing it up. I guess that to give the facelift effect. Okay. Once I have blended it, I'll go in with the sponge just so I could soak up whatever's left. Is it even? Probably not. This one looks a little bit lower, but I'm learning to do my makeup. So for the inner part, I do try keeping it a bit lower. Yeah, this was a lot. It's a lot for me. So I like going on the inner corner and then tapping it down. Trying to keep it in that area because I don't want it to go all the way down here because I don't want my face to look longer. I feel like it looks long already, especially because of my forehead. So I'll just try to keep it in this area. Again, not trying to bring it too far into the under eye because I don't want a lot of creasing. So I normally, like, if I know I'm gonna do eyeshadow, I'll just keep it like that. If it's a day where I'm not gonna use eyeshadow, I'll just put a little bit of eye base on my eye either way, on the top and bottom, and then set it very light with some powder, because I don't want creasing. And you could tell more if it creases because you don't have eyeshadow on. So I'll just tap the rest of it in. So I've always been the person to want to take classes. I like learning new things. I know I've learned everything that I know off of YouTube, but I want to go into an actual class. I just don't know who or what makeup artist to look for. The makeup artists that I like don't do classes that I know of, but I want like more traditional makeup, more just like movie star makeup or like on-screen makeup, not Instagram makeup. Not saying that it's bad. I mean, I like how a lot of the girls look on there, and guys, gents. But for me personally, like, I'll like to learn it. I've also wanted to learn how to like cut hair and stuff, or like how to wax, but that's just like so I can learn how to do it on myself, because I feel like it would be a lot cheaper to take a class. Yes, it's gonna be expensive, but I mean, think of how many times you're gonna use what you've learned to save money. So, because I know here, I live across the border, so I'm on the borderline, and I always cross the border so I can go get a haircut in Mexico because it's a lot cheaper. Over there it's like $10 for a haircut, as to here it's like $40, and I know other places is like $100 for a haircut. So why not just try and learn and then do it on your own? And then this is just because I don't have money. If I had money to get my hair cut, why not? What is that? Did this happen when the brush fell? Great. Me trying to look presentable on camera doesn't really work out for me, does it? So I'll bring in the rest up here. Although I am gonna use an eye base, I do like for it to be pretty as seamless as I can get it. And I just put like leftovers on my chin and around my nose because it gets red from the allergies. And yeah, none on my forehead. I feel like my forehead's pretty big already, so I don't like to highlight it whatsoever. I do a light dusting of powder, a peach, if you will. Where is my powder? So I'm gonna go in with this one just because it's the one that I found first. And I will go in with my Real Techniques brush. So this is the MAC NC35. Tap it on my hand. A lot of people say, oh, why do you use such a dark powder? This is my face powder, but because I don't like to be super highlighted, it works well for me because that color that I use is light for me. So putting a little darker powder isn't gonna bring it down too much. And I just put it like right here. I'm gonna pause it really quick. Okay, so I had to pause it. That's the only editing I know how to do is pause the video. And I just learned that right now because I saw the pause button. But I had to go outside. My dogs were barking. I was waiting for the mailman. Sure enough, I got my order. This is Makeup Geek. I will show that in the video after this because I'm probably gonna be too excited and unbox it. So tiny little dusting. This is a foundation powder, so I don't normally use it to set my face. Tap into today. MAC is, aside from like, I remember my first makeup was the CoverGirl powder, and it was the blotting powder because I used to be super oily and my mom would she got me the powder and she was like, oh, you need to do this and you have to blot your face and put some powder on. And it's just like memories, when just those good memories that you have, your mom teaching you how to be a girl, your dad teaching you to stay away from boys. Like, I don't know, I love happy memories like that. I love when they just come in my head and they brighten up my day. Okay, set. That's pretty much all the powder that I use. I used to like, I tried everything. I tried baking. I've tried just like drenching my face in that Coty Airspun powder. And I liked it. It worked for me at the time. I was a lot oilier back then. I'm gonna use the MAC Strobe Cream. I did get I didn't notice and I didn't want to go back to the store because I hate returning things, but I got the yellow one, Goldlite, and the girl who had put it on me at the counter, she put the pink one on and I really liked it. I ended up buying this one. I bought a full size. This is okay, so I have a full size of that, right? I didn't return it. I'm gonna use it. Gonna go in with a sponge, just tap it out and do a little highlighting action. So I was at the store when I got that put on and I bought the full size. I should have bought the little one because it's not like I use this every single day and I know makeup expires. So here's my thing with all those, I love subscription boxes because it's like you get to try things that you wouldn't have tried to begin with. But at the same time, it's like I have a lot of shit that I know I'm never going to use. So I don't know if it's like, if it's a good thing, if it's a bad thing, if it's just like an in-between. But some of it, it just gets me because I know that, I mean, it's my money. I know I'm getting it like at a super discount, and there is some things that you like and you use every single day, but for the majority of the time it's like things that I'm not interested in. Like if I would have gotten that one, I would have been like, cool, but I wanted the pink one, you know what I mean? So I don't know, sometimes fun size is better in my opinion. Like if I have a bunch of these powders that like I have a Bare Minerals powder, and then this is my Mary Kay. So technically this is a full size, but if this were to be a small size and this a full size, I think I'd opt for this one, just because I know that I'm gonna want to try new things later on. So the chances of me actually finishing a full size are rare. But then that comes to me because I'm a fucking addict at buying new shit all the time. I don't know, just came into my head. So why not talk about it? All right, highlighting is half done. I don't know if I want to put on a full highlighter, so I'm gonna go in with my Physicians Formula. These I bought. Oh, another reason why I have so much makeup is that I like looking at the clearance. So I mean, I don't know whether that means if it's like going bad or anything. I hope not. But whenever I'm in the drugstore, I just happen to look at all the makeup. And if something is on sale, it's like, okay, let me get it. Why not? It's on sale. So technically I don't pay full price for it. So this one, I believe it's like $14 and I got it for $5. So of course I like popped it in my bag and I was like, let me try it. I like bronzers. Why not? So like to do a little swirl. And then this, I know bronzers are supposed to be more like where the sun hits rather than to like try to contour. Just because I know that you have to use like a different shade. I don't think I have like an actual contour shade. But I do have a bronzer shade. And I like to look bronze. Even though I'm not that bronze in person. Like my arms are probably like the most bronze of my body. My legs are white. My neck is white. My chest is white. So it just sucks because it's like I use a bunch of these for that reason, but I think it's not helping. I used to love wearing like strap shirts back in like high school, and I don't anymore. I've gained a lot of weight since high school. I think since forever, but I was pretty slim as a child, but ever since I went to school, I just liked food. Food was my comfort, is my comfort. What you gonna do? So I probably added too much. Okay. Just gonna bring a little bit down my neck, hopefully to match. Another thing, and I'm random. I don't care anymore. Finding your skin tone or like your undertone is for me the hardest thing. I used to think I was not orange. I was yellow toned because I would see like yellow tones right here. And then I thought I was olive tone because I used to be more tan. So I was like, oh, I'm like olivey toned. Now, done. Now, I think I am a neutral tone. Am I? I don't know, but that's what I use. Like the concealers I have are neutral. I don't know about the rich tan. I don't know how to, like, unless it says N, I have no idea if it is or if it isn't, just by the names. But I tend to buy more things that are neutral in the name now, just because I feel like I do have pink in my skin. Like my cheeks are pink, like my nose gets pink, just so it can like even it out. But I don't want to go with straight yellow because they're making the foundations more yellow, and I want something in between. Like I don't want to look pink, I don't want to look orange, I don't want to look yellow. I want to just look like a nice soft but darker beige type of color. I don't know. Like I said, I just say what pops into my head. Don't really think things through, especially when I'm talking to myself. Blush. Blush. I want to use, so this is one that I did like when I got boxycharm. I don't get it anymore. I try not to get subscriptions anymore just because I do have a lot of stuff already, and I noticed that I'm a hoarder and a makeup enthusiast, so I try not to get subscription boxes anymore just because I know that I have so much stuff and I want to use my stuff. So that package that got here, I ordered it like 3 months ago. And that is the last package that I will buy, especially for eyeshadows. I don't think I'll ever have to buy an eyeshadow again. I have so many. Not as many as other people, but I think I have quite a bit. So this was probably like my favorite thing that I got in boxycharm, aside from some of the brushes. But the Ofra blush with the palette, I don't think it says a shade. It doesn't say a shade, which sucks because I would rebuy this. Not like if I'm ever gonna have to, because like I said, you try so many things every few months that chances are like you never end up having to rebuy the same product unless you super like it. Like I know a few people that only have they're like one set thing, like they only use one blush, they only use one foundation, and they use it until it finishes.